want to try and make sure we get through this. Trines, skills and abilities of the Navamsha. And we did a huge class on this, but so we're not going to go too deep. So the Navamsha Lagna shows what we have been born with as an inherent ability. What did we do in the past, and what skills and abilities have we gained in this life? This is our blessing. And these skills show what our dharma is in this life. These skills, these abilities show what you are here to be giving and to be increasing and to be benefiting the world with. Now, the Navamsha first, we're going from we're going to talk about both the Navamsha Lagna and the Karakamsha here. When we're looking at the Navamsha Lagna, we see what the skills the person actually has. If we look at the Karakamsha, we're looking at what skills the Atmakaraka wants to have. What it's desiring to gain and to learn in this life. What happens if the Atmakaraka and the Navamsha Lagna are the same? Then there's alignment. The skills you have and the skills you have and your soul's desire are in alignment. It's Raja Yoga. Makes a powerful, powerful person because the soul is lining up with the actual abilities. So the significations of a planet in the first house show what you're inherently born with. All you have to do is practice it a little bit, train the physical body to do it, and you have the ability to do it. The fifth house, it takes a little bit of practice, but you have the ability to do it. Ninth house, with the help of a guru, you will have the ability to do it. So the big example to use, moon shows melody, shows singing. So moon in the first house, the person has a natural ability to sing. In the fifth house, with some practice, they'll learn how to sing. In the ninth house, with a guru, they will be able to learn how to sing. If the moon is in the 6th, 8th, or 12th from Navamsha Lagna, how good's their singing?
Not good at all.
Wait, can you repeat that rule? I'm listening from the Karakamsha?
From the Navamsha Lagna is what they actually have.
Oh,
From the Karakamsha is what their soul wants.
okay.
So, depending, you might have the ability to sing, but your soul doesn't want to sing. So you don't really use it too much. Your soul might want to sing, but you don't have really good skills. And then you become somebody who's constantly singing and everybody is, like, And luckily you're in an age where you can make your own CD on your home computer and give it to 5 of your friends who hide it away somewhere.
And this is the relationship of the moon to the Lagna?
To the Navamsha Lagna shows what you have skills. The skills you were, because of your blessings of your past life, what you did in your last life, you were inherently born with. Karakamsha shows what you're desiring to have. Navamsha, what you have. Karakamsha, what your soul desires.
And then the moon that you brought in?
The moon is melody, it's singing.
Oh.
Sun is rhythm, it's instruments. Mercury, it's moving the body, yoga, aerobics. Mars, kung fu, wah! Saturn, traditional learning, all the significations of the planets, we'll see. Ketu shows math. If Ketu's in the Navamsha Lagna, the person is incredible with math. If Ketu's in the 6th house, you think they like math?
No.
They'll get angry. They get feisty if you try and make them do math.
In the 6th house.
Exactly.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's where your Ketu is?
My K2's in the 8th, and I
actually
just don't want to think
it's
about it.
Mars.
Oh, you wanted to
Seven.
tuck that
I
away.
don't really, I don't want to think about it.
Where?
It's
Math, it's in the 8th.
Are you
K2's
good
in
at
the
math,
8th.
Mary?
In the 8th.
Yes, I don't want to think about
Are
it.
you good at math?
Mars.
Well,
Oh,
Maybe
I'm
okay.
So your partner's good at math.
well, in the 9th, then I'll want to do
So
then with a guru's help, you'll be able to do it. You have the ability, but you need a guru to awaken to help you, achieve that ability. Yoga, healing, very good logical abilities. And, I have it in the fifth. So.
I've got Venus in my fifth, that's why art is easy for me.
I got one in the 10th.
One in the ninth. So I could learn to sing at the very top.
And what's your Navamsha Lagna?
Navamsha Lagna is Venus.
And Saturn in that, so
No, Lagna, sign.
I'll need to
You're
go.
really good
Oh.
at
I
that.
need to go to community college.
And
to learn that.
2nd and 12th?
Let's go to community college.
It's in your ninth?
It's
In your
Gemini,
K2,
second.
Any planets?
Guru would teach you in the ninth.
Oh,
What-
guru.
We'll talk.
But Saturn gives traditional learning, so I go to community college.
No, when it says traditional learning, it means like, what did your father do?
Oh,
What did your grandfather do?
Oh, my father, he just kind of winged it.
And what do you do?
What's that?
What do you do?
What do? I wing it.
That's what Saturn there shows.
Oh.
If your father was a carpenter, it shows you'd be a carpenter.
Oh, right.
Your father was a cook, you'd be a cook. Saturn shows that we're just following a tradition. Whatever, like, we kind of inherit our skill. First, fifth, or ninth. In the rule applies. If it's in the first, your dad was a carpenter, you just learned carpenter. It became natural. If it's in the fifth, then, your dad might be a tile person, and with a little work, you become a tile person. So whatever it is that the Saturn shows tradition. This is my translation of Parashara's little section here of each of the planets. And we've gone over this before, so we'll make it something to read at home. Okay? Yeah. Now, when planets are in yogas, combinations in these houses, they'll also show specific skills and abilities. As an example, Parashara says, Sun and what's he saying? I'm on 14. He says, Sun and Rahu gives fear of snakes.
Sun and Rahu give fear of snakes?
If a malefic aspects, the person will die from poison. If a benefic aspects, the person will be somebody who has the ability to cure poison and diseases. So combinations create certain effects in these trines. The chart that we had rectified the other day.
Oh, right.
What I rectified it to?
Yeah.
We rectified a person's chart who had a dream of being bitten by a snake. And when they came out of the dream, they got sick and had to go to the hospital. And actually went into a coma for a period of time. And then came out, had all these siddhas visit them in their coma, and came out and became a teacher, a Vajra teacher, teaching Vajrayana Buddhism.
This was in the dream, the whole dream?
No, the dream was just being bitten by the snake. When they woke up from the dream, they got sick.
Oh, and they really had a coma.
And they had to go to the hospital, and then in the hospital they went into a coma. Am I saying this all right?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I, but
As
she,
much as
like,
you understand.
she kind of, like, died. Yeah, basically.
No,
I mean, she went and got a coma.
In the Navamsha, before you even, I looked at this, I was like, in the Navamsha, in the chart that I rectified to, which did you ever find out if?
17.
17. So we were using 16?
We were using the 20th.
Okay, well, we'll have to get the same, rectification.
Alright.
Basically, I rectified the chart based on what he had given, and except the day was a little off, but it only changes so much. The person had in the Navamsha Lagna that I rectified to, so it has to be a correct Navamsha Lagna. They had Rahu and Sun.
Oh.
So that's fear of snakes, right? Bitten by snakes. Mars was there. So malefic shows the person dies from poison, snake bite. So she had the near-death experience. Venus is also there. So it says malefic aspect, the person dies from the poison. Benefic aspect, the person can heal the poison. So she died from the poison, came back to help other people like overcome such poisons in their life.
Wow.
Oh, very
That's
cool.
true.
That's her Navamsha Lagna.
Wow.
So, so in this way, we see these combinations, happening and giving us our skills and abilities. So we see what her skills and abilities are based on that. She has the ability to heal people from this kind of suffering of the poisons.
So it doesn't matter which house in Navamsha, Sun and Rahu.
That's Trines.
That's
159.
Okay.
And that was in her her Lagna, Navamsha Lagna. At least my rectification. Okay? Which would show it's inherent in her. She was born with the skill. It was in her 5th. With a little practice, she would gain the skill. It was in the 9th house. It would take a few years with a guru to achieve the skill.
But as far as fear of snakes go, let's say Sun and Rahu and 2nd or 3rd house or whatever.
No,
So it
it's
doesn't
Trines. This is Trines.
Okay.
So we can go trines from any of these houses in the Navamsha. Yeah?
The Trines in the Navamsha are based on the 4 goals of life. And what we're looking at right now is the person's dharma. What skills and abilities they were born with to enhance this planet.
Got it.
If we're looking at the trines from the 7th, we're looking at kama trines. So 3, 7, and 11 are only about sexuality.
Isn't this true in the Rashi chart too? The
Not to the level.
oracles?
Yeah, they are, but that's not how you read it.
So can we do this from the Atmakaraka as well?
Yes, but it's going to be interpreted as what the soul desires,
Oh.
not what the soul has. Okay?
Okay.
What the soul is trying to achieve, what it wants in life. So the soul, so if that combination was from the Karakamsha, the soul would want to have this experience. Does it have the experience or not, though? We all have aspirations, don't we? I mean, I'd love to be president one day.
You would?
Sure, why not?
Crazy.
Would I ever, but do I have the combinations to be
You're gonna
president?
have Mars in the 3rd house.
I'm just saying, just because I want to doesn't mean I'll get there. So the Atma will have certain desires. Whether it achieves the desires is another story. Right? We all have aspirations. Come on, what's your craziest aspiration?
I want to I want to jump out of an airplane, but I'm afraid of jumping out of an airplane.
So her Atma wants to be up in the sky flying like a bird. But her manas can't handle it. So we all have aspirations of the Atma. Okay? But trines. So let's go, where am I going next here?